Well, hello, welcome back. Excuse me. Of course, my voice wants to not work and the light doesn't go on, but that's okay. I was just going to come in today and do a quick video on, wow, the energies we're experiencing. All those solar flares, X-class solar flares just went on and on and on. We have, today is May 18th. This is a huge day in itself. It's Jupiter conjunct the sun. This happens every year. Every planet goes into the heart of the sun and they get new information. They're upgraded information. We also have Venus conjuncting Uranus. That's huge. And Mars conjuncting the North Node. So what we do with this information, Mars, and take it forward is one of the things that are on the plate today. Well, it's not just today. These energies have been building up and coming into these conjunctions. Like when we had the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on April 21st, they're still close together. They're still creating magic. We're in May. We're in Taurus season. I manifest. We came from Aries. I am. Okay, so here we've had this time to weigh out, who am I? What do I want to manifest? Then we get all the solar flares and all this other energy coming through. And you'll notice when we had all those X-class solar flares shooting off, that's when Uranus was moving up to go into the heart of the sun. That happened on the 13th, where Uranus went into the heart of the sun, and it's just leaving now. It takes a little while for these planets to move, even though they come really close together. What just so happened a few days ago, that sun turned, it's not facing Earth. It's not Earth directed. But it's still shooting off flares, not like it was with that Uranus buildup. And what's Uranus? Uranus is outside the box, shocks and surprises, things coming out of the blue. With Jupiter, who is a benevolent, lucky planet, but expands things and brings in the growth, the higher visions, the higher consciousness visions. I mean, this is a spiritual channel. This is what we talk about here, are these humanity ascending, going into higher and higher and higher frequencies. But it's been a slow, like since 2012, it's had to be slowly turned up. Humanity couldn't take it, on full blast, a frequency on full blast. But here we are, right in the middle of, honestly, I couldn't guess if I tried, but with Uranus in the mix, the sun and Jupiter, big planets. Venus, what do you love and value? She's with Uranus today, and she'll be in the heart of the sun, but not until it's June 4th on the new moon in Gemini. So you see these energies, well, they've technically been playing out. Let's just go to the beginning of the year. Really cool how things have unfolded, how a lot of these aspects haven't even been for 80 or hundreds of years. So that says to me, okay, humanity, what are we creating? We're in new energy. We're creating a new earth with this new energy. It's kind of hard to catch our breath and to, those X-class, all those, I mean, I don't know, it was 13 X-class flares. I don't know how many M-class and C-class, but it was a lot. And it takes takes a toll on you. On the one hand, what it's doing is it's clearing out the density in the molecular structure of all life on Earth, all life in our solar system, really. But when it's Earth directed, we're the ones getting hit. Life is getting their molecules changed up, right? Scrambled. But we're clearing out what no longer serves. At the same time that's going on, light codes are coming in. And it's been, for me, it's been rainbow light codes for a month or more now. And everything I see is bathed in a rainbow, iridescent, sparkly rainbow color. Now, we all receive our information differently. We all have a piece of the puzzle. Not one of us knows everything or knows what's next or how it's going to happen. But the interesting thing is as we are receiving that and we're being encouraged, right? Follow your heart, follow what you love and value, only focus on that. I mean, that's just constantly repeating in my head. Because as we individually work towards, become what that is, what we love and value, we put our energy there. It brings us joy, right? This is all because we want to live in peace and harmony and joy and unconditional love and truth. It raises the vibration in our energy column. But if all of us are doing it, billions of energy columns around the world, it exponentially raises the frequency on Mother Earth for all to do this timeline jump, these quantum jumps. It's been just constant, one after another after another. And again, there's no end in sight. We're coming out of, we're at the end of Taurus season. So focusing on what you prefer, what you are wishing, what your dream is, what you desire. I don't want to say the word want. It's so hard not to, because we just so used to saying, well, I don't want that. Well, we have to word it correctly. Words are spells. And as we do that, as we focus in, hone in on our preferences. I forgot what I was saying. It'll come back anyway. This energy is designed to lift us up, to bring us to whatever that wish and dream is. If we're coming from our hearts and our souls, being in integrity, being truthful, being honest, being unconditional love, and truth, and integrity, ethical, that's our foundation. Sky's the limit from there. What do you prefer? How do you, it's like we have a new lease on life. We're in a new era on Earth and brand new energies. They haven't even settled down yet. And most of us here understand that something significant is going on. And we are at this point, right? This precipice of jumping. And we're doing it in faith, right? Faith and belief. You got to take that. It's not easy, the full card, taking that first step. And you almost, well, it's another thing that keeps going on. That unworthiness piece. Well, who am I to do that? That keeps coming up. And that's one of the big things we're clearing out. We've been clearing that out, I'd say, throughout our entire lifetimes here. But it's years. So it's like we feel the fear and do it anyway. we're the front line. We're the ones doing it. We're creating this new earth with our focus and intention on what we love and prefer. This isn't about dog eat dog, stepping on people. It's all about money. It's not the earth we're in. We're going into this. We're right kind of straddling, right? That old earth is dying out as we are creating the new and moving forward. It's so cool though. We're living in epic times, and we get to, you know, I'm not saying we're in charge, but we're the front runners, showing how it's going to be, how we're going to create. It isn't about greed, power, lust, money. It's not saying that we don't need to have resources to live, but call them resources. Call them what you need. You know, they used to say, well, if you say a number, and that I guess does work, but if you individually list off the things that you require as resources to sustain an enjoyable life here, call it in. This is what we're doing. My goodness, I can't even tell you how many times I've pulled this card. Well, I pulled it twice. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. This is us. We're burning off 26,000 years of distortion, and we're recreating heart-centered, soul-centered existence that we're going to thrive in. It's no more, oh, I'm just going to scrape by and survive. This is about thriving. I got another transformation card, but this one's this Sage Goddess. And then I got this. I got the Abundance Unicorn card. This is what we're doing. We call in the abundance. It says, enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. Ask for detailed specifics of what it is for you to thrive in life. And just keep asking. Don't feel like, oh, I'm asking for too much or anything. Don't feel guilty, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't feel unworthy. All that stuff's going to the wayside. We're here creating from our hearts, from integrity, from unconditional love and truth. And like I said, these energies have been playing out. Let's just go back to January. They just keep building on each other. There's a new moon, there's a full moon, but then there's all these huge aspects. I mean, we had Jupiter, Uranus, and Venus coming up, going into the sun. This is all new information we're receiving. And we're being asked and tasked to follow our heart's preferences, what you love and value. That's your Venus. And okay, so we have a full moon in Sagittarius coming on the 23rd. This is the build up to that, and there's always going to be these release points, and those solar flares and these bigger aspects and squares, they do help us release more. But those solar flares were pretty powerful. And at the same time, I'm talking to people who are seeing beings, the elementals are speaking to them. It's just, and some of us are, stewards for Mother Earth. Some of us do speak to the elementals. Some of us do speak to dragons. It's okay. Work with who is showing up. This is what we're doing. All of that was taken away from us before and told it didn't exist. well, it does exist. They do exist, and their Earth was compromised too, as ours were. At ours, as ours is, you know, there's a lot of healing to do here. There's been a lot of abuse, pain, and trauma, and I want to say energetically, a lot of that's getting healed. It's not so much of a burden on us. Well, it is happening to us, right? So we are the new humans coming in with new ideas on what would benefit all life on Mother Earth. That's Aquarius. Aquarius, everybody gets treated fairly. Everybody is, we're here to thrive, not survive. But that starts individually with us. Who are you, and what do you want to create? Where do you want to share your energy, all that unconditional love and truth and peace and harmony that you are? You know, we all have our own things. You know, some people like to work with the elementals. Some people want to work with shelters. I mean, there's just, I could go on and on. Let me see what else we got here. We are collectively dreaming the new world into reality. Create the dream collectively. So in Taurus, right, we're building on our ideas. And like I said, we all have a piece of the puzzle. The veil is dissipating. The veil's pretty much gone. The pain and trauma is dissipating, because that's what that energy does. That slams in onto our magnetosphere, and anything that's of a low vibration, it gets sizzled, dissipated. Well, that's how I see it. Feeling at home within ourselves, that's a big one. You know, a lot of us haven't felt that for quite a while. And it's all new, you know, all of our senses are coming alive and coming on. We're not running from ourselves anymore. We're running to our new selves and excited to create this new world. And set your goals and intentions. I mean, every day you can send intentions. Just doesn't have to be on a new moon or a full moon. I have a running list that I do a little ceremony, you know, just speak it into existence every day. It takes me a few minutes, if that. We're being elevated out of the density of the low vibration. And you got to think of it like quantum jumping, quantum physics. We are, this energy enlightens us, excites us, right? Energy excites each other. When energy hits energy and it's kind of sparkly, that's what we do. And that just goes from person to person, person to person. And we all get that excitement for life. I don't know about you, but I hadn't had that for quite a while. And you do want to feel, okay, that's part of this whole thing. You can set the intentions, you can speak it into existence, you can write it, but you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it when you say, I am opulent, I am abundant. Feel it in your, down into your cells. Every time, whatever you ask for or intend, feel into it. And with, you know, we're gonna have the sun, Venus, Jupiter going into Gemini. That's like brilliant, like in the moment, brilliance, fast, quick, lightning, you know, you get this inspiration and you just make things happen. And Taurus doesn't really move fast, but Taurus will put in the time to to weigh out what he wants to manifest. See, I said the word want, what he prefers to manifest. This is, let's see. I mean, this is us creating it. That full moon in Sag is coming up. That's going to be nice and really powerful. And all these energies. See, this is like the end of Taurus. So this is why I'm here today. We're at the last couple of degrees of Taurus, and we're going to go into the sun in Gemini on the 20th. But here we are. This Jupiter's going into the sun 28 degrees. The sun and Jupiter 28. Venus and Uranus are at 23 degrees. And it's just going to keep building and building and building. We have Mars sitting with North Node. So when you decide this is my direction, this is my way forward, Mars is right there ready to, let's do it. Let's do it, because you have already thought it out. You already, Jupiter's higher consciousness, higher intelligence. The sun is enlightening everything. Venus, it's make sure your heart make sure your heart's in on it. We're not going anywhere if we don't love it and we don't value it, so it's kind of, and Uranus is sitting there, he's a wild card. You state these things into this energy, write it, feel it, speak it. It can all kinds of different ways. There's no way to predict Uranus. It's not going to happen. So while he's still in Taurus, though, he's making significant, how do I want to say it? He's been with Jupiter for a while, so Jupiter's highlighting anything that's going on there. We take that energy and speak it into existence. I mean, I can't really even put a definition onto Uranus because it's so out of the box. But and so probably of a lot of our intentions, so we take our intentions, we state them. Might sound like, I know for me, it's a little bit challenging to say all my resources are cared for. I didn't have a life like that. So when I say that, I got to really hone in on it, feel it, bless it, love it, all the things that we're guided to do. And I trust the universe. I trust all these planets, all these beings. They're not just planets, they're higher consciousness beings that have been going around and around in our goodness gracious. I can't think the word. Oh my gosh. In our solar system, going around and around, speaking to each other since the beginning of our solar system. And they're ascending too, they're growing too, they're evolving. So a lot of things like Saturn, he's involved too. Saturn is our, our responsibility, our structure, but he's in Pisces. He really doesn't have any structure right now. Uranus is at, Neptune's at 29 degrees Pisces, last degree of the zodiac. It's everything and nothing, and unlimited things, and you could just imagination. It's our imagination, and we can use our imagination. That is how we create. It's how we call in things, right? We have a vision. We use our imagination. I don't know about y'all, but I was told to get my head out of the clouds, so I didn't really use my imagination until later in life. But it's Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces is imagination, is spirit guiding us to use our imagination, to use our vision, and feel it into existence. Feel it. Because here we are. What kind of life do we want to create? In fact, let's talk about that next time on the full moon in Sagittarius. What does new Earth look like? We have to. I mean, does anyone have any idea? I know what I want for myself, kind of. I see everybody free and living in peace and harmony, but what does that look like? I think we need to talk about that some more, because we are right here at the ready to create. And even though this is going to take a couple years, of course, it's probably going to take longer than that. But the sooner we can decide on what it is we're creating and go forward, the faster things start to happen, you know. This year, because of the elections, going to be tight. You know, January, we should see signs of life, of things moving in humanity's direction. And next year, you know, it's not just going to abracadabra and we're in a whole new world. Hey, I don't know if that's true or not, though, because of Uranus. So, but let's continue to talk about it going forward. I wanted to jump on here, the luckiest day of the year, May 18th, and the luckiest month of the year, May 2024. And let's see what the light workers, love workers, and energy workers are creating. I would love to hear about it. Leave me comments, email me, text me. Please hit like and subscribe. I always forget about that. But I say this is our conversation going forward the rest of the year. What does new Earth look like? I love you. Y'all be safe out there and enjoy these energies.